The following presentation is brought to you by the University of Arkansas System Division of Agriculture.
My name is Tanya Ernst. I am here at the University of Arkansas's Fruit Research Station in Clarksville, Arkansas. Today I will discuss summer pruning practices for floricane blackberry production in the southeastern United States. Summer pruning will increase the number of lateral branches on each new primocane, as blackberries produce berries on lateral branches. Increasing the number of these lateral branches will in turn increase yields. Okay, so just as a quick review, this is for floricane producing varieties. Primocanes are pretty easy to tell the difference from the floricane. Primocanes are the ones that come up every year from the base. They have 5 leaflets per leaf. You can see it right here. There's 5 per leaf there. They're a brighter green in color. When we compare it to a floricane right here, you've got fruit production all down the floricane variety, and you have 3 leaflets per leaf right there, and it is a darker color than the primocanes. So as you scan through your crop getting ready to tip, it's pretty easy to spot out the primocanes versus the floricanes, so you know which one's to tip, so it should go pretty quick. Primocanes exhibit what is called apical dominance, meaning the majority of the cane's growing potential is in the tip or top of the growing primocane. By removing the tip, the plant will then reallocate resources to lateral branch growth. Summer pruning is very simple, as the goal of summer pruning is to increase the number of lateral branches. This can be easily accomplished by merely removing the tip of each primocane. For this reason, this type of pruning is called tipping. Okay, so determining where you tip them is dependent on the height that you want. For this system that we have here, we want to tip them either right at or just a couple inches above this top wire, so that when we have the branches, they kind of come up a little bit higher, but they're not so high that we're crawling up on ladders in order to get it, or hanging down below that wire. So like, here's a really good example. This is a primocane that's coming up. You can see it's got the 5 leaflets right here. It's that brighter green. Here's that little tip, and I'm just going to snap it off with my fingers. And now we're done. Tipping should be done when the canes are still tender and can be snapped off with just your fingers. Gloves may be required for thorny varieties. So if you miss the ideal time of when you want to be pruning and they get a little bit taller, they're going to be a little bit stockier, you can't really pinch this with your fingers. You're going to want to do it still at the same height, so about that at the wire, just a little bit above. And you'll have to use clippers at this one. If you do it with your fingers, you're going to have tearing, and it's going to increase wound damage, which will increase the potential of getting disease in it. But you're still going to do it right at the same height. And when you're pruning it, you're going to want to find a leaf and do it right above the leaf. You're just going to cut that off, and so you can see the wound right here. The wound, when you do it this way, you increase the size of the wound, which increases your chance and possibility of getting disease in there. And so if you're doing them later like this, sometimes it's a good idea to come back through with a fungicide program just after it to kind of reduce disease pressure from getting into the cane. If summer pruning is not done, few, if any, lateral branches will grow, resulting in fruit production in one location, the end of the main cane, instead of along several lateral branches. This is how fruit yields can be increased through summer pruning. So you can see this one was tipped about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Here's the tipping mark right there. The wound has wounded over where we tipped, and you can see all the lateral branches are starting to pop out and grow. We got one down here, and this is where all the fruit production is going to be next year. So this is a 2-year-old floricane. You can see where last year where we tipped it right here, it scabbed over, and we forced out all of these lateral branches. And you can see, like, on these lateral branches is where all the fruit production is at. So by tipping, we increase the number of lateral branches, which increases our fruit production each year. I hope you now have a better understanding of how to summer prune blackberries. Thanks for watching.
For more information on how to grow blackberries, visit our website, www.uaex.edu/blackberryschool.